Hey, Planeswalkers, Mythras here. Hope you're doing well and staying safe. I appreciate you tuning in to today's episode of Top Deck, where we are covering a Boros Transmogrify deck. Now, this deck is a Platinum to Mythic 6+ win deck. That is our top deck, and I'm excited to be covering this because it is something unique. It's got a nice little combo to it, and I can't wait to talk more about it. Now, we do have a lot that we got going on today, so please feel free to check out the timestamps down below and skip to the portion of the video that makes sense for what you came to see, because we got a lot where we're going to talk through the deck at a quick pace and quick clip so that you can understand the high level, the fast objective and strategy of the deck. Then we're going to drill into it in more detail, and then additionally we'll cover the sideboard. We'll talk about how we pair that with the main board in terms of our how-to guide for best of 3, and then we're going to go place both competitive Magic in best of 1 and best of 3 for you today. So I'm super stoked to be playing this deck because there's a lot of different interactions. So before we dive into it here, I just want to say thank you. As always, I truly appreciate your support. Please feel free to subscribe to the channel down over there as I try and make my way towards 10,000 subs this year. And additionally, please like the video. I really appreciate that help. And as we get into it here, this deck list is available for you down below in the description, so you have access to it. The link is there. Additionally, my friends, please feel free to check out other ways to support the channel. If you do have questions or comments throughout, let me know down below. There is a Discord server there, lots of great people hanging out. Please feel free to hop in and hang out with us. All right, so Boros Transmogrify. So what do we got going on? Well, first off, Boros colors are white and red, or plains and mountains, giving us the Boros Guild from Ravnica. And then additionally, it's about this card here, or essentially this kind of, I'll just call it a swap. So, or a cheat. So we'll talk about that here. So what's going on with this card? Transmogrify. We get an exile target creature. That creature's controller reveals cards from the top of their library until they reveal a creature card. That player puts that card on the battlefield, then shuffles the rest into their library. So what is this all about, my friends? Well, what we're doing is we are creating a bunch of different tokens with several cards here. So we got a couple of enablers, and then also Elspeth here as an enabler, and Outlaw's Merriment. And then what we do is we can either at turn 4 get this off, or we also have Luca here, Sagudi and Oldie here for you to play with its -2 there, where you can exile target creature we control, then reveal creatures from the top of our library until we reveal a creature card with convert mana cost. Higher convert mana cost, put that card on the battlefield, and the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. So same thing. So we essentially get 6 chances. We need something on the board, and then what you're building up to is you're building up to slamming the board with Harmonious Archon. So this creature here is a flyer. It's a non-Archon creatures have base power and toughness 3/3. When it enters the battlefield, we're going to create 2 1/1 white human creature tokens. So pretty sweet, pretty powerful. It's a nice cheat card, and I'm inspired and excited to play this for you today because I think it's going to be a lot of fun. Now, that is really what this deck's about. It's about maintaining the early game and having some control, having that token generation, and then popping off one of these guys here to really enable and go search for Harmonious Archon. This is the only creature in, so you don't have to worry about hitting anything else here in your deck. You're going to hit it, and you're going to rinse, and you're going to repeat, and you're going to win. That's the whole goal of this this deck. So hopefully that covers it for you. If you do have questions or comments, let me know, because that is the big portion of what it is in terms of the strategy. Now we're going to look at the deck in more detail. So what we do have going on here in the early game is we got Glass Casket, a 2-drop to help prevent creatures from attacking in. So here we can exile target creature and opponent controls with converted mana cost 3 or less until Glass Casket leaves the battlefield. We got Birth of Meletis. This is a enchantment saga. We're seeing a lot of these from Chaldeum, but here we can search our library for a basic plains card, reveal it, put it into our hand, shuffle our library, create a 0/4 wall. So that's the enabler again for a little bait and switch. And then additionally, we can gain 2 life. Then we got Fire Prophecy. So I really like this card. So even though it's missing the exile, I like the ability to really run through our cards. If we got something in our hand that doesn't make sense, we can cycle that out, get another draw here. So we can deal 3 damage to target creature, and then we may put a card from our hand on the bottom of your library. If we do, we also get to draw a card. We got Forbidden Friendship here. This is going to create a 1/1 red dinosaur creature token with haste, and a 1/1 white human soldier creature token for us as well. We also have a modal land here, Shatter Skull Smashing. It's sorcery spell. We can deal X damage among up to 1 or 2 target creatures and or planeswalkers. If X is 6 or more, we get to double that damage. Then we can have it enter in tapped or untapped and pay 3 life. Then we got Omen of the Sun. So Omen of the Sun, we get +2 in terms of life. We get 2 1/1 white human tokens, and it's a flash enchantment. We can also sack it for 3 and scry 2, which is nice for us to smooth. We have a nice little planeswalker here called Elspeth. Sun's Nemesis. This 4-drop here, our down 1, we get up to 2 target creatures we control get +2/+1 till end of turn. We can, for down 2, create 2 1/1 human soldier tokens, and then -3 we can gain 5 life. Now it also has escape, so it works well against rogues. We can escape it for 6, a little expensive, but we can exile 4 other cards from our graveyard and bring Elspeth back. We got the Aggro War, another nice saga. This is becoming a very popular main board. It's great against aggro and mid-range. Here we can gain control of target creature for as long as we control the Aggro War, and it remains on the battlefield until next turn. Creatures our opponents control attack each combat if able, and then last but not least, they're each tapped creatures going to deal damage to itself equal to its power. Now we talked about Transmogrify already. And then we also got Outlaw's Merriment. So here at the beginning of our upkeep, we get to choose 1 at random, create a red and white creature token with those characters. So we can get a 3/1 warrior with trample and haste. We get a 2/1 cleric with lifelink and haste, and a 1/2 human rogue with haste. And then when this creature enters the battlefield, it deals 1 damage to any target. Now, next, we have Elspeth Conquers Death. So Elspeth Conquers Death here, we can exile target permanent and opponent controls with converted mana cost 3 or greater. Another really powerful saga, particularly at the top end here. Then non-creature spells our opponents cast cost 2 more to cast until our next turn. Then additionally, we can return target creature or planeswalker card from our graveyard to the battlefield, put a +1/+1 counter or a loyalty counter on it. Then, last but not least, in terms of planeswalkers, between the two here, we got Luca, Copperthroat Outcast. Already covered what its down 2 is, but for its +1, we can exile the top 3 cards for library. Creature cards exile this way, gain. We may cast this card from exile as long as we control Luca. And then additionally, our down 7, each creature we control deals damage equal to its power to each opponent. Pretty nasty there. Then we got Harmonious Archon. So here, this is a flyer. Again, we covered what it does, so we'll leave it at that. And then last but not least, we do have another modal land here with Emeria Shattered Skyclave. Again, enters tapped as a land, or we can pay the 3 life. Or for its sorcery, we can create 2 4/4 white angel warrior creature tokens with flying. Non-angel creatures we control gain indestructible till our next turn. So that's what we got going on the main board. We got a lot going on here in terms of lands, which is nice. We got the castles that we need. We got the modal lands. We do have a Triumph, which is nice for the cycling. Another 2 considerations. You guys already know one. It's probably going to be Crawling Barrens because it's got to be Crawling Barrens. I always like that as a nice option because that's me. But the other thing I would consider here, since it is a 2-drop and since it is a 2-color lands, you could pop in the Scrylands here. To be honest, it's not going to kill you if you have it as a 1-drop. Or as you hit play, depending on what your curve is or how you're hitting, you can. It's not going to do that much damage too. So that's 2 considerations in terms of lands. Really excited to play this. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. So looking forward to it. Now, in terms of the sideboard here, my friends, we do got a lot of nice little options. So first off, we got Soul Guide Lantern. When this card enters the battlefield, exile target card from a graveyard. We can tap it and sack it. And exile each opponent's graveyard, and then sacrifice this card to draw a card. This is great against rogue decks, Lurrus decks. It's great, again, particularly against mid-range or any deck that's trying to leverage their graveyard. This could be like a Rakdos Sack or a Jund Sack deck too, so you guys can keep that in mind. Very, very good spots for us to be able to play this. Also against decks that are trying to pull things back, like Big Red, could be Mono Red with the Phoenix, so lots of places to consider. Then we got Mazemind Tomb. So here, I really, really like this card. It's nice to see it as a 4-of on the sideboard. So here we put a page counter on it, scry 1 if we tap it, and then we can pay 2, put a page counter on it, and then draw a card. And then when we hit 4 page counters, we can exile it, and if we do, we gain 4 life. So with that, a key piece here where you're going to line these up is really in control decks and late game decks, so Doom decks, as well as kind of the Dimir decks, mid-range as well, things like a Rakdos Sack, or even potentially a Selesnya, just ones that aren't running as many creatures. I should say Sultai in particular as well. So really, really nice there. Then we got Elspeth's Son's Nemesis. Here I would run this against Rogues decks. Again, getting it back into play at the 6 is nice. It gives you another option. It is expensive, but it is something. You could also play this against aggro decks, and I also don't mind it against mid-range or late game. It still gives us ability to get something on the board. If we have to lose it or sack it, we're still going to get value out of it later, which can be very important for us. And we have the Aggro War. This you're going to play really heavily in the aggro space, and you want to play it against creature-based decks, things like Gruul aggro, things like Boros Warriors, Venata decks. Lots of good spots here, particularly when you want them to attack in as well, and you can kind of really control the board with their creatures. It's going to be a big, big benefit for you. Then we have Outlaw's Merriment. Now here with Outlaw's Merriment, we already talked about this. I like this still against creature-based decks, just in case. I like it against mid-range, and I do like it against the late-game decks. Now, the other thing I should call out here with the Aggro War that I didn't mention before is you can sack their creature with Transmogrify and Luca as well. So don't forget that. That gives us another creature enabler for that combo. Then we got Elspeth Conquers Death. So here you're going to play this more towards the top end for those particular Doom decks where you need to get a lot of those enchantments off the board. That's a good one, or get Yorion off the board. Additionally, you can play this against mid-range, more creature-based decks. Anything that's going to run above 3 in terms of creatures, it's not a bad one to put in either. Then we got Ox of Agonis. So here I'd run this against rogue decks again. A very, very cheap escape with a high exile cost, which fits in well with rogues. So keep that in mind. I also like this against some of the mid-rangey matchups and sometimes at the late game when you just need to get cards. So this could be against Doom decks. This could be against control decks, those kinds of things. Last but not least, we got Heliod's Intervention. So here we can destroy target X artifacts and or enchantments, or target player gains twice X life. You are going to run this against Doom decks. You're going to run this against enchantment-based decks, and that is that, my friends. So that is the sideboard. I hope it gave you a nice idea. You got to see what we have here to play with this Platinum to Mythic 6+ win deck. Now, I'm going to talk about it in terms of an aggro, mid-range, and late game matchup. So first off, in the aggro matchup, these are things like Mono Red, Gruul. You could consider Dimir kind of rogues, those kinds of things too. They're a little bit different when you play that one. We covered that though already. The other things, Gruul aggro, Boros Warriors, lots of different spots that we can play. Where I would focus is maybe an Elspeth, maybe a Aggro War, maybe another Outlaws, and that's probably it, honestly, 3. So what you can swap in or swap out, I would consider moving out maybe even Elspeth Conquers Death, to be honest, if they're not really too heavy above the 3 cast. And we do have 24 lands, and also 3 modals, giving us 27. The other thing you could do is cut two lands. You may not even need to cut the Elspeths. You can move those in. That's not a bad one for you. So that's the aggro lineup. Then when we talk about the mid-range, again, these are things like Sultai. These are things like Rakdos Escape, Rakdos Midrange, could be a Selesnya adventure type deck, sometimes Gruul aggro, depending on kind of how they're running it. So they're all good spots there. What you're going to do in this matchup, Glass Casket might not give you as much value, so you can get rid of that. You can also consider a Crow War, depending on how they're playing, if they're creature-based or not, and potentially Fire Prophecy. So what would we begin to move in here? I like Mazemind Tomb. I also do like Elspeth's Sun Nemesis, and I do like Outlaw's Merriment. Additionally, I don't mind an Ox of Agonis if we do run thin on some of our cards that can refresh and refill our hand. Those are all good ones. Again, I look to Glass Casket, potentially Fire Prophecy. You could consider Crow War, and also Elspeth Conquers Death, or two lands like we talked about. So that's going to be good. You got 4 there. It's 2 lands, 2, 8. So 2, 4, 6, 8. So plenty of spots really to move around. So it gives us 4, and then you can do whatever you want with some of those other ones like I chatted about. So we got a nice range there. Then last but not least, we're going to talk about the late game matchup. So these are really kind of the control heavy decks. Also like a Dimir control, a Azorus control that you guys saw yesterday. So you guys can go ahead and check that one out. Additionally, this is going to be the Doom decks, the Yorion decks, those kinds of things. So what you're going to want to do is I would go Mazemind Tomb, maybe Elspeth Sun's Nemesis, Outlaw's Merriment, Elspeth Conquers Death, and then potentially these. So that's probably, in all honesty, going to be the biggest ones that you move in. So that's almost like 10 plus. So what are you going to get rid of? You could go two on the lands. You're going to want to keep this. You could probably drop the Aggro Wars. Glass Casket you could probably drop. And additionally, Prophecy of Fire, so that's 6 plus 8. And then if you go 2 lands, that gives you 10. So pretty nice there. Great spots for us to play around. Lots of things that we can do. Pretty excited about this. So that, my friends, is the aggro. That is the mid-range and the late game lineup here. So that is how I would build my board, how I play my board, and I'll look to play my board here in a few minutes for you. So if you do got questions, comments, let me know. Planeswalkers down below. Hop in the Discord server. Happy to help. I hope you guys enjoy today's deck. Boros Transmogrify. Again, this is a 6+ win deck from Platinum to Mythic. All right, let's go ahead and take this into battle, my friends. Really looking forward to it. We're going to play our best of 1 stuff first. Again, there's that top 10 Azorus control deck by CGB from yesterday. You guys can check that one out. Super fun. We did very well with it and performed very well. But today we got Boros Transmogrify here in our best of 1 standard ranked. All right, so we are off here looking for some fun matches. And I should have brought this into Friday Night Magic. I might do that for the next 2. Sorry, even though I did say it's competitive. We'll consider Friday Night Magic competitive today. Anyway, all jokes aside, all fun aside, we don't really need this one here. That's a consideration, but I will actually keep it. Huge thank you, Planeswalkers. I truly appreciate your support. So please feel free to subscribe to the channel down over there. I truly appreciate it. You can... Here we go. Let's do this. I want to get that guy off the board. I will submit. I'm actually going to put that one down there. Hey. I don't know. Hey. We'll do that one, actually. There we go. You guys can subscribe to the channel down over there as I try and make my way towards 10,000 subs. Additionally, please feel free to like the video if you enjoy it. Learn something. Learn something, whatnot. You have it, those kinds of things. Always great. And other great ways to stay in touch. Oh, there's Luca. Shoot. Other great ways to stay in touch by liking me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter and Twitch, stay up to date on content like this, and great ways to support the channel down below. All right, so this is going to be interesting here. So we unfortunately don't have good removal for Basri, and Harmonious Arcan's going to hurt us. doing this to really hit and thin right now. Now, after this one though, we can start making tokens if we need. And that's going to pair well with Harmonious Archon here. But we're going to be in a pinch. Because we're gonna want to take Basri off the board fast.
Ketra's love is your shield.
There we go. So here, my friends, is how this combo works. We still got 2 in our pile, so don't forget that. And it did level the playing field on their guy. So, as long as they don't have removal for Harmonious Archon, we'll have a chance at getting Basri off the board here. And now every time we cast Castle Ardenvale, we'll be in a better spot too. And we got 2 of those Archons in our hand, so we can still go dig on 1. We can always sack one of our tokens already if we want to.
My sand will protect you.
So is that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? That gives us 7. So I need to think about how we want to do this, because we can, if I hit in, that's going to be 4. That will be 4 next turn. That gives us 16. If he's going to attack him with his flyer, we can give everything else indestructible. So I need to think here. Do we let him clock out? I don't think so.
This is getting rough.
There you go. That played against me. Ouch. So we got to go 1, 2, 3. We can block here and block there. That's a bummer. All right, there we go. We'll keep this for a cycle. We can play Omen. Next turn, get some life back. Oh, they got me. They got it. Well, we got to see the combo. First match, pretty excited about that. The Arkin hurt us, definitely hurt us in that lineup, but that's okay. Let's go ahead. We'll get back into Platinum Tier 2 here. All right, we'll play another competitive one. We'll skip the F&M. All right. Not the best one for us to play. If they wouldn't have had Basri, though, it would have been okay. Honestly, it wouldn't have been that bad of a matchup. Basri really helped them. What do we got going on here? So we got really bad pieces of the combo here. We do get a chance to get there though. And we're playing, I'm gonna mulligan. We'll keep 6. I'm gonna drop Casket because I don't think that's gonna do any good for us. I think we go double red. We can main this. It's fine. All right. Yeah, I was worried about the blue because of control. So we're okay still here. So I'll sit. I'll sack this if I need to.
Humble your mind. There is always more to learn. Enlightenment begins within.
We'll do this.
I need some time alone.
So I did that so they don't keep getting value off Narset there. Now we can keep making tokens. We're gonna have to play around though this blue. That's gonna be a problem for us. With either Luca or the Transmogrify. So let's see what we can do. Yeah, there's the double blue. Now it's gonna be a little bit harder. They still got enough. All right, let's see if we can get this on. We should be able to. There we go. Outlaw's Merriment may get us there. We'll see. Ah, here we go. There we go. Too bad we didn't have another one of these. Well, another land. Then we could have just tried to rip trawler a new one. Board wipe, probably. good. We are good, my friends. Oh, we did it. We ripped a Yorion Jeskai apart with our Transmogrify, and we made it back into Platinum Tier 2. All right. Let's keep going. Love it, love it, love it. Super fun. Worked out. Overcommitted. Protection there with Elspeth. Oh, so good, so good. All right. Last but not least, best of one for the day here. All right. Scrub Gamer it is. Let's go, Scrub. Let's see what we got going on. So we got two of these. We got a tee up for Elspeth. I like it. We're going to play with it. I can go red, white. Ooh, and we got Outlaws. Makes me so happy. Here, grab that white. This will be an interesting matchup, for sure. Because this is going to hurt us, because it's still going to get what it needed. Now, we might need to play Outlaw's Merriment first, because if we hit the guy that deals 1 damage, we can take Brushfire off the board. They're still going to... So probably cleave here is going to be my guess. Oh, maybe not. All right, we're still good. We're still in it. All right, we may need to try it here then. We'll see, just to get the other blockers. They're still going to have their landfall abilities. These two gave us some value. So the only value they got still is Brushfire. And we have Elspeth. We have another Transmog. So I feel like it's, depending on what we hit here, it could be... I gotta think this one through. So it's interesting. We got a lot of good options here. Much more cards in hand than them. So if they don't have cleave, we can double block. I'm gonna double block on the Brushfire. Because I can hit Khazad-dû with my Elspeth here. if we lose Harmonious Archon, we can bring it back. We'll take the 3 though. I wanted one more turn on that, because then we can play Omen of the Sun and still get the value. But we're going to be running a fast clock here, because they do have that card draw. So it's at 6. We're not going to get a double off. They're close to lethal. So they can attack 3. There's 3 guys that can't hit. Another Archon is a good play. I will do that. Start getting some damage in too. Because if they cleave us, it's still going to be 2 more. If they cleave us, we can bring Harmonious Archon back. And if they don't, then we're still okay. If we get 1 more land is really what I need. If I can get to 7, it's going to be a big deal for us. As long as they don't hit a Great Henge either. Block all the way through. If he takes the Archon, we can bring it back. There we go. Thank you. We're going to get some added value here. We'll say nice. I'm actually going to steal his keeper. So they can attack in with 1 guy, and they can still hit us twice. We got a nice big flyer now. So the other thing we can do, so we got 9 on the top, that gives us 3 left. We can actually play Elspeth Sun's Nemesis, do our -1 there, and give +2/+1 to each of the flyers, and that gives us game as well. Ooh! There you go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We should just save this. Now we only have one Archon left, I think, right? Yeah. Double block. Oh, yeah, that's what we'll do. We'll double block. Triple block. Quadruple block. All right, so for 2, what do we want to put below? I'll decline. I think we save Omen of the Sun. Gives us the 2 life back, and we get the 2 1/1s. It's a better play. If they play a land here and a cleave, could be devastating. Oh, we're still in it. We're still in it. 7. It's not lethal yet. Let's play this. And then we can do this. All right, Scrub Gamer. Do we have it? You still could still get it. We got it. All right, 2-1 with our Boros Transmogrify deck today. Super fun, my friends. We beat a Gruul adventure deck. All right, so now we're gonna go play our best of 3 matches. So let's go ahead and do that with our Boros Transmogrify. So again, top 10 Azor's Control, my friends. Let's go ahead and play this one. And we are off with Boros Transmogrify again, a 6+ win, Platinum to Mythic deck. Super fun, as you guys have seen so far in the best of 1 matches, going 2-1. Now, quickly, as always, Planeswalkers, I truly appreciate your support, so please feel free to subscribe to the channel down over there. Additionally, like the video if you like it. You can like me on Facebook and follow me on Twitter and Twitch. Stay up to date on daily content like this. Great way to support the channel, down below in the description, like becoming a patron or YouTube member. And additionally, my friends, great ways for us to interact. So comments, questions, let me know. I will play first. And feel free to hop in the Discord server. All right, so not what we want. We got a Yorion deck. We'll take a mulligan. I will play this first. I'll keep the Luca. How do we want to do this? It's a good question. I'm actually going to drop the Omen. mainly to guarantee that we get to 5. And we're gonna have two tokens here, which is why I did that. So we'll see if we can get away with it. Blue. There you go. All right, so we pulled one of those already. Now we're super thin, so we can cycle the trio. Ooh. We're gonna have a problem trying to get them to counter. I don't think we're gonna get it there, so we'll do this. Let's start making a bunch of tokens and force them to kill my stuff. Grab the red because we have that there. So the nice thing is we can just keep blocking the Crawling Barons, and we'll just keep doing chip damage until they decide to clear the board, and then we'll just always hold that one up there if we can. Now we can always do Castle Embereth on top of the tokens, so we'll just have to be patient on that. Patience is going to be the name of the game once again here. This can be problematic for a control deck if you can generate a bunch of tokens and there's not much they can do. So all that we need to do in the little meanwhile is keep getting lands and then start to cast multiple spells here. And we can even kill the Crawling Barons if we hit it right and they block and we just use the Castle Embereth on it. Because right now they actually don't. Well, they still got enough mana there. If they want. So 4, that gives me 3. There we go. We'll keep thinning. No sharks yet. We'll see. No sharks yet, but we got stuff we can use to take it off. We got a lot of dead cards too in our hand, but that's okay. 2, 5, 8. So 9 we can double up. I'll just keep chipping. We'll keep chipping. We got 27, 26. Me and these control deck matches, you guys. I'm gonna keep keep popping out some of these guys. So it's 4, 5. This is 4, so we need 9. 1, 2, 3, 6, 8. So at 9 we can start pumping both, which will be real nice. There we go. On their turn, cycle that out. Alright, they'll start getting some life back there. We need one more land. We got a lot of things we can play around. A lot of kill spells in there. Oh, 3, probably still a counter. Let's get that one on there. 4, 1, 2, 4, and 4. Let's see if we can do it. I don't care so much for this. As I want that on the board. There we go. All right. Oh. Good news is we can actually, well, if we drop the Harmonious Archon on the board, it's not going to make a difference. Shoot. We can hit we can hit the hit him with that though. So what's this? 4. I can put Luke on the board. Well, I think we do this.
I learned much today.
Oh, these control decks. So long. Such a long match. Oh. Uh-oh. Oh, good. Now we can play Luke at least. I'm actually going to do is play both.
Monsters are Ikoria's greatest weapons, and I have their bond.
And we're gonna try and get Luca to ultimate.
Strongest around me.
So if they blow out the Archon, then we're going to be in a bad spot. But if they don't, if they do, we can bring it back with Conqueror's Death. So then we'll double up on our tokens. There'll be 6 in. And potentially we can get our other Archons on here. Now, they do have the Exile, but we'll get it first, so it'll come back. So they have to remove that.
On my own most puzzle, every thought matters.
Did they kick Jace? They did not kick Jace.
I have enhanced my tactics.
Gotta assume they have a counter. Oh. Uh-oh. Well, that worked out nice. I'm gonna hold the double Archon up. Block. Alright, so there we go. So maybe we can get Luca's ultimate off. We'll see. We shall see. An exile will rip me a new one.
This will have to do.
Ugin will rip me a new one.
Accept a lesser world, and you will
Ah, that's a bummer.
to history.
Oh, we were so close, Luca. We were so close.
To the
So close. And that's only creature. At 25, they're at almost 15. Oh man, look at that.
my flames burn beyond perception.
Oh, they had it. I will make them kill me though. We've literally gone through everything in this deck. We don't have any more Archons. We can bring them back if we happen to hit another one of our Exilers here with Elspeth. But that is about it. No, they're in a good spot with Ugin. But they still got to play it out. So, Secourts, we'll see if you can finish in time. You got a lot going on still. And we'll just keep making these 1/1s now. Ah. Only took 15 plus minutes to gain control of the match on their timer. What a long freaking match, my friends. There's a 15-minute warning already. Game 1. So we're gonna make a bunch of tokens, and we will see if we can kill them fast enough.
Consider this a warning.
Uh-oh. They're really going for it. They need that guy on the defense. We gotta stop Ugin from an ultimate here if we can. So that's what we're gonna do. Oh, do we need... No, we're good. We can get 2 off. There we go. We're still going. Oh, this is, if I win on a clock out, it's a strategy, but I don't like winning that way. But if we do it against control deck, I am okay with it. Because your win con's got to be faster than that, my friend.
Ghost fire, my greatest creation.
So we're gonna make him lose one, so it still takes another turn for him to ultimate. Then, depending on how this plays out here,
Your efforts will not succeed.
so they can go. They can't pull anything of mine. They can exile one of their cards if they want and draw. First game still going. Secords, come on, my friend. You can have your 1/1 flyer for a nice big old flyer here. Little flyer.
Do not ignore my draconic talents.
Oh, if we would have double hit, maybe. Oh, so sad. We could have did it if it would have aligned a little bit better there. Let's activate this. Let's see what we got. None of those that I need. That's a dead card. Oh, what do I need to do? If I go and hit a double, I could double cast Labyrinth. Can I? No, I don't have the right mana base. If I did, that would be 9. It's not enough. So we need to do this. We'll keep splitting.
unexpected variable.
Five. So we'll just keep focusing on the Ugin. We'll put him on a very, very fast clock for the next game. We did see this deck in its totality, which is pretty sweet. $21. They've 2-1 in time, man. That's a lot. Oh, how do we want to play this? Two sharks will still get it. I need to think.
Your disposition is noted.
We'll make him finish. So even if we would have hit in the face there, we wouldn't have had enough, which is too bad.
Beyond perception.
Eating clock. Let's see what they got. Oh my gosh, took forever. All right, so let's get the second game going. We know how to really play this. So we are doing this. We are destroying enchantments, bringing life back. We're doing this. We're bringing that guy. We're bringing these. We're going to bring these to get those annoying cards out of their deck. We're going to drop the caskets. We're going to drop the fire prophecies. Oh, Crowland Wars are gone. We got 6 more to go, huh? You guys know I like the lands, so those are gone. 64, what's that put us at? 22 plus the pains. We got life gain though. Let's get rid of Forbidden Friendship. What else do I want to drop? Now let's go 1 Ox. And let's go 1 Transmogrify. I like Luca as that other alt there to get out of that match. if we need it. Actually, let's drop one Elspeth. Let's put a land back in. What do we use more of? Whites. Let's put the white back in. All right, there she goes. Secorts it is. Let's see what we can do this time. Oh, such a long first game. I am probably going to end up only running one best of 3 after this. Too much today. I don't want to hit a second control one like we did yesterday. This takes way too long. And you guys got to see how the deck works, so you can let me know if you're unhappy. I apologize ahead of time. All right, Secorts, let's see what we got. We'll play first. I will keep this. This is for both life and also taking out their sharks. And it's at instant speed, so we can do it on the stack. All right, so Transmogrify is good. Wish we had the 3-drop, but not gonna get greedy about that. And I'm actually probably gonna play Elspeth's Sun's Nemesis first here. Maybe, we'll see. Depends on what they do. Oh, there you go. So we do that to protect the hand. Let's go thin the deck. Grab our red.
If you are going to fight, fight beside me.
We got Ox, we got Transmog. Let's see what we can do. No play on their end. Oh, my friend, we got time.
Heroes, rally to me.
We got time. We got time on our hands, my friends. So we'll go from there and we'll see what happens. I'm going to keep this on the board until I know I can pull it back to, which is actually pretty soon. And it's 4 other cards from our graveyard. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we can actually do 2 things next turn.
The heart of a hero beats within your breast.
And we'll pull Elspeth back. You can counter it, my friend. There we go. I'll give you a chance. Oh, there we go. There we go. We're still good here. So they need another exile, but this is where we get an Arcan thinned anyway, and they're gonna have to respond. So we got Thin, and we got Ox. So we got a lot of things we can do. So they need a land. We actually have lethal on the board. They can kill Harmonious Arcan. That's probably what they got there, is a kill spell. Or an exile. Enough to exile too. We'll find out. That is fine. I can live with that. Goes to graveyard. Oh, my friends. We will take it. Let's get rid of that one.
Whether Ikoria is ready or not. Battle, one must be willing to fight.
We will apply that. We still got one more Arcan too. I think. One. Yeah. So we can bring back with Luca. And we'll go into a match 3. Boom! They made the right choice. They got 3 minutes to win. And we are going to keep what we have. Whew. So they were at 8, and now they got 3. So we'll see how they play. As their clock drains. This is good for us, so we'll keep it. Can actually turn 1, play this. We will do this. Let's see if we can get this on the board. We will keep that. I don't even know if it's possible for them to win in 2 minutes, to be honest. That is a very, very hard thing to do with the Dimir control deck. Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you. We don't need it right now. There you go. Maybe they can do it in a minute. We'll find out. I just need the pinger. There we go. There we go. One, two, three. Keep that. So, bunch of life back. One, two, three, four, five. So they have to start blocking, otherwise we're gonna get life back. We're good. We'll be good. Grab a red. "22 seconds. We're good, my friends. Unless there's some crazy cheat mode that they can do. We got it. Actually, I think we would have been just fine there after we got Outlaws Merrymen on the board anyway, because we could have got life gain, we could have put pressure. They actually didn't have anything to remove that off the board, so we would have kept taxing them anyway, and we had plenty of things that we could use to play around. We had the Ox, we would have got our hand back. We could have pulled back from there. So Planeswalkers, I am going to leave it at that today. That was a long best of 3 match. Hope you guys enjoyed it nonetheless. Definitely got to see the deck in its entirety. You guys got to see how I boarded. I think it worked out pretty well. Let's go ahead and check out the deck here again. This is the Boros Transmogrify deck. This was the Platinum to Mythic 6+ win deck here. Now, again, this is what we have going on. It's all about cheating in with Transmogrify or Luca to to get to this big guy right here, Harmonious Archon. So it was pretty fun, super cool deck. Had a lot of fun taking down some of these control decks and other things that we saw today. Very successful best of one as well. Very, very happy with the performance of this deck. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you do got questions or comments, let me know. As always, you guys can hop in the Discord server. That's down in the details. Always happy to help. And then additionally, Planeswalkers, always appreciate your support. So please feel free to subscribe to the channel down over there. Please try and help me hit 10,000 subscribers. Like the video if you enjoyed it, learned something, or if you just think this combo is kind of cool or sweet. I think it's pretty fun. Very, very happy with the results. And then additionally, you guys can like me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter and Twitch, stay up to date on content like this, and become a YouTube member or a patron. Lots of cool ways for us to interact. I love doing deck lists. I love the one-on-one interaction and banter. So Planeswalkers, you guys stay safe, stay tuned. We got a lot more coming your way. I hope you guys enjoyed today's Boros Transmogrify deck. Super cool. We had some cool matches and got to see all the interactions, like pretty much everything. So pretty happy about that. Actually, the only card I don't think I cast was Forbidden Friendship. I think that could be the only one that I may have not cast. So I'll have to go back and look, and you guys can let me know and keep me honest. So with that said, we did see a bunch of these guys. Pretty fun. Saw a lot of cool things. So you stay safe. I'll see you again soon. Until next time, Planeswalkers, Mythras out.